All right, Jeff, we talked to you last week before the voting was over with Floyd talking about fighting either Khan or Maidana. Apparently it's going to be Khan, or at least Khan won the vote. Well, I'll go ahead and ask, even though I probably know the answer, but Khan, is anything you heard about, is that going to be official? Is that any kind of announcement has Floyd spoken on whether he's going to go with that, or?
No, I mean, I really haven't heard anything, and to be honest, if anything, Khan's people must have stepped the ballot, because the fight means nothing. I mean, it has less meaning than the fight with Maidana, even though he beat Maidana. But still, it has less meaning because of the fact is there's no storyline to build from.
Now, in theory, I know that Khan is very confident that his speed, his footwork, all that kind of stuff is just the kind of thing that will give Floyd trouble. A lot of people echo that. If somehow in a perfect world he got the fight and he never got hit hard, was able to avoid, you know, his chin has always been the question mark. If he avoided that, how does he stack up with Floyd? Does he have the tools to give him trouble?
No, I still don't. Floyd, believe me, Floyd might not be, I don't know if Floyd's faster than him. Floyd has way better timing. Floyd is smarter than he will ever be, ever. So Floyd beat him just on, on his smartness alone. I mean, what people don't realize is this: Floyd's on autopilot. Floyd's already 4 steps ahead of you when you step in the ring. You got to think about what you're gonna do. You already know what he's gonna do. He's been doing his whole life.
But now, as smart as Floyd is, and his fight IQ, but having not fought someone very often with the speed of Khan, I mean, you still don't think that's any issue, or at least maybe for a while, something he's got to adjust to for a few rounds?
No, I don't think so. I mean, one thing is this, like I said, see, you just overlooked IQ. Can't overlook that, because the thing is this, that's what Floyd do. He figures you out. 1, 2 rounds, fight's over with. Right. You're doing what you want to do, but he's already figured you out, so you know what to do.
Do you think the whole allowing the fans on Twitter to choose his opponent maybe backfire? Because we all know whether it works out or not, we know there's other things come into play with making a fight, but the fans overwhelmingly want Manny, or at least maybe Tim Bradley. Do you think it almost backfired in a way because so many people are angry about him giving a chance, but are giving the fans a voice, but only on those 2 guys who probably aren't way up there on the list most want to see?
Wrong. I mean, the thing is, I think at the end of the day, of course, most people want Manny. And I mean, people are talking about Manny like this is the Manny of old. Manny haven't done anything. He haven't done anything in a long time. I mean, he's looked very average. So, and I mean, and like I said, Floyd beat the best fighter out there, and that was Canelo, a young, hungry lion that that was really has potential to be a star. Still does have potential to be a superstar. And I don't think that. I think once Floyd beat him, really, he killed everything as far as opponents go. So they're reaching back in the past now.
Do you think if Bradley fights Pacquiao in April and wins that fight, having beaten Pacquiao twice, do you think that's a fight then that has to be made, Floyd and Bradley?
I think that's a fight that, as long as Bradley's with Aaron, the fight won't be made. Because Floyd's only going to make a fight where he's the promoter.
Can you get into that a little more? I mean, everybody keeps thinking, saying, well, where there's a will, there's a way. They shouldn't let Aaron get in the way. How does that work exactly? Explain how it was on Top Rank, it's just not going to work with Floyd.
Well, I mean, it's never going to work because of the fact that, to be honest, I think that Bob is probably a little salty with Floyd because Floyd left just before he became a big attraction. So Bob really never made no money off of Floyd, even to him, Floyd was, considered the greatest fighter. Of course, that changed once he left him. But I think that, and that's something that can't be changed. And as long as it can't be changed, I don't think they'll ever be able to do business together because Floyd's his own boss, so he would have called his own shots. I mean, if Floyd's going to offer you the type of money that you can make with being with Bob, why wouldn't you take the fight? But you know, if you're tied up with Bob, it's not going to happen because Floyd's not going to allow Bob to dictate anything.
Are you confident that had had Manny not re-signed with Top Rank, that fight could have been done and maybe would have been? If he signed with Golden Boy or...
Well, of course. I think if he would have never re-signed with Bob, I mean, the fight would happen. You know, I don't think that, you know, I keep that to myself.
All right, and then also one thing you had commented on, you know, the thing people keep saying now is that Manny agreed to fight for free. You know, said he'll just fight for free and they'll donate to charity. And then so that's, some people say now Floyd's still looking for, you know, he's ducking him because he's willing to fight for free.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to say when you're desperate.
Is anyone going to fight for free?
When you owe the IRS $68 million, you're desperate. You can't fight for free. How can you fight for free if you owe somebody that kind of money?
So you think that was just kind of something to try to make Floyd look bad and look like he was ducking him?
Of course. I mean, anything you can do to make Floyd look bad, that's what you're going to do. I mean, because realistically, you have no control over Floyd, so you got to try to create something to make him look bad. You know, but I mean, at the end of the day, he doesn't owe you anything.
Mm-hmm. And just last thing on the subject, if Manny dominates Bradley in their upcoming fight, obviously once again the drums are going to be beaten louder than ever.
Well, definitely.
Anything will be done then, or are you still just as long as he's with the arm, it's not going to get done?
Well, at the end of the day, Manny's contract is coming up again, so it'll be Manny's choice what he's going to do.
Because he doesn't have to sign, right? So he can.
If you want to fight with Floyd, you know what to do. He won't resign. You know, unless Bob make him sign before the fight happens, then the fight won't happen. That's him sealing his own fate.